Well, it's Sunday afternoon. It's about 6:30. Actually, quite a really nice afternoon. A little bit windy. That's nice because it keeps the mosquitoes somewhat away. And it gets supposedly around 30 degrees. So yeah, the weather's been absolutely miserable for the last couple of weeks. Been cold and rainy and storms, and work sucks too, so kind of really have a hard time coming out here after a crappy day at work. I mean, I always feel better for it, but it's kind of hard to get moving when you feel that way. But anyway, today's the day off. Spent it with my first kid. Did all the usual stuff. Not too bad. He was working on his truck, getting a new windshield put in with the Rob. And I got to bring a camera out to take the same old pictures as I take every time. So this is, if I remember right, it's a Voigtländer Vito 2. There we go. Super little camera actually. I've used it before. It's 35mm. Pretty basic. Shutter speed up to 300, and then that's all the usual ASI setting, aperture settings. It's not the fastest lens on the planet. Doesn't have any sort of metering or anything like that, so I got a rangefinder on top to give me a fighting chance, and then a good old Sunny 16. But yeah, it's a nice little camera. It's got a film indicator to see how many you've been through. I've got a black and white Ilford HP4, I think, expired. I don't know how, if any of them will come out, but we'll see, I guess. I think I'm about halfway through. It's one of the films we got from a lady. Got a whole bunch of expired films to get rid of. So, I mean, who knows how old they are. And got some new developing fluid, some Cinestill 96. And we'll give it a go. I got a couple of 120 roll films to do at the same time. I think the kid has one too, so once we've got 2 or 3 films ready to develop, we'll throw them in and develop them and then see what we get. But yeah, whatever, it's a hobby. It's not massively expensive. I may have spent maybe a little bit too much on cameras, but really, when I don't pay much more than like $40 for any of them, it's not too terrible spread over a period of time. I think I have now 39 maybe cameras, and I think the kid has maybe 50, which, yeah, sounds like a lot, but he doesn't pay much for them either. Thrift stores and junk stores and kind of quasi antique shops. You know, you can pay $30 or $40 for a camera, but on Facebook you can buy usually a pretty nice one with a bag and some lenses for just over $100. So it's not the most expensive hobby in the world. It's way cheaper than going to the bar every night, that's for sure. I'll take a couple of pictures, so I'll sign off again. Took a few more photos, trying to finish the film off so we can develop it and see if the rest of them are going to be worth keeping. I know black and white films tend to last better than colour when it comes to expired, because I tried one of the coloured ones from the batch in my Leica and basically just threw them all away. They were just faded out, kind of blue blue things. I mean, I should have known better, but better luck with the black and white, hopefully. But we'll see. It's not a massive deal if they're no good, because I don't think we paid anything for them anyway. And we do have a bunch of legit 120 black and white roll film, so we can develop those without fear of them being no good. It's just 35mm that are expired. It just seems kind of hard to throw 20 or 30 brand new, in brackets, films in the garbage or recycling or wherever. But if they were stored somewhere hot, they'll all be garbage. But we'll see. So it's actually nice and green right now. I suspect once summer really sets in, it'll turn brown pretty fast. I know the ground outside my house is already starting to get baked pretty hard by the sun, because it's a corner and it's directly into the sun during the day. And I think you'd have to use as much water on it as sank the Titanic to keep it green all summer, which can be quite expensive, you know, and it's kind of a waste anyway. I mean, it's kind of nice to see a green lawn, and when I'm maybe old and decrepit, so a couple of years, that'll be all I have to live for, like some of the old people around us. But while I'm still young, I'll not worry about it too much. Well, kind of running out of stuff to say. It's turned into a beautiful evening. So far the mosquitoes have been really good, and I'll just put my head down, try and finish this film off, and try and upload this thing. Being an old coot, it takes me ages to figure out how to do that, but I usually get it in the end. Okay, well, thank you for watching. Bye bye.